Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Romer, and this is the next chapter in the Genshin manga. And my reaction to the next chapter in the Genshin manga, this is Dangerous Grounds. And Kalei is sleeping on the table here. Lisa notices, Lisa, like, with her usual outfit kind of toned down, I guess, or I guess more casualized, because they probably are working pretty hard. Shh. Isn't it easy for someone as wary and defensive as this little one to fall asleep like this? Let's try not to wake her. Look how sweet they are. They just care so freaking much about people. She probably spent years wandering in the barren wastes. Indeed. The disease cursed her to be sad and to a sad and bleak future. I really hope her stay in Mond will provide some respite from that suffering she's endured. She won't have to worry about bad weather or wild beasts here. She'll be loved, and many even find someone to love. So that's so she's saying that here she might actually find some type of freedom, some type of relaxation. The vision. It's reacting for some reason, huh? Oh my god, look at this image of Amber. It's so cool. Running through the forest. Some strange footprints. A good outrider must be sneaky. She's crawling on the ground. Look at the face. Now, what do we have here? A secret villager camp very close to Mond. The artwork is fantastic. Look at that perspective. All the villagers asleep. Look at this. Villagers usually don't camp this close to settlements. They hid their tracks pretty well. Only a most skilled outrider could find this. Thank goodness I'm the best outrider there is. So still a need to prove herself. A lot of a need to prove herself. Tactical retreat. I can't fight with an entire camp by myself. A wise outrider doesn't start the fight that she cannot win. True, true. The knights usually chase away the monsters that get too close, but a lone outrider can't do much. I'll still need to track down this weirdo, so I won't go back empty-handed. He's not a native of Mond. He wouldn't have gone far if he isn't familiar with the local area. Hey, that looks really weird. That mark with the Fatui? Why is it here? Wait, these villagers look kind of weird as well. This smells really fishy to me. My outrider senses are telling me to get to the bottom of this. What? Alright, so she picked up 4 rocks between her fingers. You throw rocks at the villagers? Huh? Darashi? Yo! Moshi Gusha! Huh? 2 more to go. This position has been exposed. I'll have to move. Yeah. So there you go. Actually, like really good work out drawing Amber here. Amber's such a good design. Our girl as well, but I adore Amber. Here she is, like, trying to hide from the villagers again, throw rocks at them again. Yakaika! Last one. Oh, he just said Yakaika. Oh my god, fire rocks? Jesus Christ, Amber. Don't think about using weapons, churl. He's on fire. He's literally on fire, Amber. Amber with a freaking kick to the face. With probably one of the best boots in the game. How do you like the kick in the face? All enemies defeated. And all of them just lying around. She busted them. Let's see what we have here. It does bear the mark of the Fatui, but what exactly is this? That weirdo is definitely up to no good. This might be one of those traps or gadgets. I'll just look for more clues around here. She's taking out her pouch there. Oh, the villagers are getting up. I think I heard something. Huh? This isn't possible. I just knocked all of you out. And I'm all out of stones as well. Oh my god, it's the butler guy again. Which honestly breaks my heart seeing anyone like this. It's pretty freaking daunting. Whoa, what the hell? Where'd this big guy come from? They're doing so much great work at drawing Amber here. It's fantastic. I just killed a troll with a single blow. This scouting mission just got worse, a lot worse. I shouldn't have left my bow at home. It's looking for me. I gotta run for it. Oh my god. I hope I'm not today. Look at Jean. Jesus Christ. Standing up for her girl.
Marry me, honey, marry me!
Now, how could you not be indebted to Jean for the rest of your life after this? How could you not be indebted to this woman for the rest of your goddamn life? I'm Jean, second in command of the Order of Aphonius. Your fight is with me. Oh my god. Can we get that outfit with the cut off top part? It's freaking awesome. Amber just fell in love. Next update on May 3rd. Okay, so they were giving updates all the time. And they're saying, hey, recommend it to your friends. So maybe they were like, hey, not many people know about this, so definitely do learn about this. What a freaking way of doing this. Having Jean show up so quickly like this. It's so freaking sick. At the end of every month, guys, but well, actually, I should say before we do anything else, I actually do think the comics so far, if you want my thoughts on the comics so far, I actually think that's been really fun so far. It's really good at giving me information that I wouldn't have known beforehand. And I think that like what they're doing so far with Jean and all these characters, just letting us know more about them and letting us learn more like about how they feel, how Amber is. Like we know more about Amber and Clay already. Like when we eventually do meet Clay in the actual game, it's going to be fantastic. I cannot wait. Super cool. Super cool. But yeah, every single month, once a month in these videos, we do a Q&A. And if you want to be involved in the Q&A, you literally just have to do the second lowest tier on the Patreon, which is €3. And you can ask questions and have your question featured every single month. So let's get those Q&A questions and we'll talk about everything that's going on with that stuff right now. So here are the questions for this month. And I think it's kind of nice to actually have their name up on the screen for the whole thing. So we're going to read it like this. The first question is from Cosmic Catloaf, and it's which Genshin character would you think is the most fun to hang out with in real life? I know if this is a weird question. It's my first time doing this. No. It's such a fun question. I'm trying to think. I think that like Venti would bring you out on a night out, but he would leave you eventually. I think Venti's the type of friend who like would invite you to a night out. You'd have a fun night out, and then like you'd wake up in like an alleyway, and he'd be gone. I think he'd just be gone. So I'm trying to think who'd be the most fun out of all of them, and I think it would be. I'm trying to think. I think that if you're like when I go out, I'd like a hangout session. If I want to hang out with someone, I want a good conversation. I want a nice conversation and have a lovely conversation. So I think either Lisa would be really fun to have a conversation with, or Gamin. I think Gamin's the right answer. Gamin. Because like Gamin, like you'd go for tea, you'd go for dinner, he'd bring you out for a dance, but there wouldn't be a situation where like he'd like put you in a situation you want to be in. There's not too much pressure in the stuff he does. He can also protect you. He's like a pretty good at protecting people. So yeah, Gamin, for sure, Gamin. Malcolm Condé says, what did you want to be when you were what did you want to be when you grew up as a teenager? When was the idea of becoming a full-time creator go from a dream to maybe it's possible? So when I was a teenager, I wanted to be a comic book writer. And then when I was a little bit younger, I wanted to be a commentator for wrestling. So I wanted to be sit here and go like, he picks him up and it's a power bomb through the table. You know, like that type of stuff. I wanted to be that. And I think it's just like, you know, one of the difficult things is like, you know, living in Ireland, it's kind of difficult because, you know, you don't have the same connections as you would in other countries. You don't have the same performing arts places that are like well connected. Like the performing arts things in Ireland, I find like they stay in their lane and they don't go out of their lane. Whereas like, you know, if you do a performing arts school in America, you pretty much like, you know, be recommended to colleges and different groups and different stuff like that, like UCLA and things like that. So it's a little bit different. But when this became a possibility was like, I didn't even know it could be a possibility if I'm honest. Like, but like, I think it was when like I was playing Danganronpa last year and I was like, you know, this is my true passion. It's been my true passion for a while now. And I was like, this could be a thing I could do. This could be a thing I could do. Especially when I turned on ads and stuff like that, and I was like, okay, this is definitely something I could do. And that was truly it. That was truly it. It was like a situation of like, I think I can do this. And like, you guys made it more possible than that. I honestly did think though, like, look, if it fails, it fails. You know, if it fails, that's cool. But like so far for almost 6 months, it's been working out, which is great. Leon asked, your favorite Ace Attorney games and characters? Apollo and Asui are my little guys. But I can and will rotate to certain summons if you meet in the game if you end up playing it. Very fun characters. In terms of like my favorite characters, my favorite Ace Attorney game is Trials and Tribulations. My favorite Ace Attorney characters is probably Trucy or Maya. I love Apollo as well. Apollo's fantastic. Yeah, but I'd say like those are my favorite. And Susato is great too. Like I actually think that they do, like the way they write women characters in this game is like impressive because, you know, especially for the time, to like for, you know, to have like a lot of the women characters be the funniest characters in the game. Pearl is the funniest, Maya is the funniest, Mia is pretty funny, but yeah, Apollo, Pearl, Trucy, Maya, Susato, those are all like some of my favorite characters in the game. Yeah, and my favorite one is Trials and Tribulations. So, but like Apollo Justice is really good so far, but like Trials and Tribulations is an absolutely stellar case. What's your damage, ass? Were there popular games growing up that you never got to play what you would like to? For me, I only had the 3DS for a short while and played Mario Party DS, but never gotten to play something like Zelda games. If not, what were your favorite replayable games growing up? First time doing one of these. That's fantastic. Thanks, What's Your Damage, for becoming a patron. And everyone else for upping their patronage as well. I will say that re-upping, I should say. I will say that when I was growing up, I used to go into like this store called it was like a news agents. I don't know if you have what you call news agents, just like not dollar stores, but they're like corner stores, as you could call them. And I used to go into a corner store and buy the PlayStation magazine with like the money I'd saved up. And I would look at the Nintendo magazine and I saw the Mario games, and Mario seemed like a magic thing to me because I never played a Mario game growing up. My first ever Mario game I played was Mario Kart Wii. And then after that, my next Mario game I played after that was like 3D World, like 6 years later. But yeah, it was Mario that I was like, man, I'd love to play these games. I never played these games. And like that was like the big thing, because I remember I saw them in like him in like a Nintendo magazine or something, Nintendo magazine. I saw Mario Galaxy on the cover and I was like, holy hell. Like, and actually, can I say as well, I probably had a bit of my mind of being like, because you know you're very territorial as a kid, and I was like, what, like 12 years old at this stage when I saw this, and I was like, this looks like it's for babies. I play serious games, you know, because at the time I was playing survival horror games a lot as a kid, and I thought I was super cool for that, when really it's just like, everyone, like, you know, I played the Mario games eventually, and it's like, no, these are like really intricate and sometimes difficult games. But yeah, and like if you're asking me what my favorite playable games growing up I would play every game I had because I didn't have enough money to buy games, just like everyone else. So like I would replay BioShock every single day. I replayed Bully every single day. I played professional wrestling games all the time, like yearly played professional wrestling games. Still play them to this day, to the point that like they're my most played games every year. But yeah, BioShock I played every day. I remember I used to wake up and finish Bully in one day, in one sitting, every single day. I'd finish Bully and keep playing it over and over again. I'm trying to think, is there any other game? Final Fantasy X for sure. Shadow of the Colossus for sure. Batman Arkham Asylum I would play over and over again. I would play them. I'd restart Skyrim all the time. Yeah, those type of games are definitely games that I would replay constantly. Now I would say growing up, like the Persona games I would play all the time, and the Dark Souls games. When I was in college, it was Dark Souls all the time. Constantly replaying Dark Souls all the time. Thank you so much for your question, guys. Thank you so much for being supportive of my channel. Like I said, if you ever want to contribute to these, you can do it down below. There's probably a screen up right now of all the stuff that we do on the Patreon. It's actually quite a few things. Yeah. Hope you guys have a good week, and let's talk about the Can Never Repay the Baby Gangsta tier on Patreon, which is Tyfire02, Jamie Bull, Jana the Banana. Thank you to everyone, by the way. I haven't gotten the list up yet. I was reading from memory. Normal Kara, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, George Candelaria, Eskun, Yuled, Radish, Fruity, Summer Oasis, Death Trap, Anusa, Ciabatta Bread, and Malcolm Kunde. And I'll see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.